Question number 26. We now begin the mathematics section. Question number 26 says the area of a square and rectangle are equal. If the side of the square is 30 centimeter and the breadth of the rectangle is 25 centimeter, then the length of the rectangle is. Before we begin the question, we have done this type of question in our class at least 20 times. And back then I also mentioned that be prepared for such kind of questions. Let us begin. Breaking down the first sentence, they say the area of square and a rectangle are equal. So this is a square and this is a rectangle. They say the area of square, which is side into side, is equal to the area of rectangle, which is length into breadth. Now they say that the side of a square is 30 centimeter, so the area of square will be 30 into 30, and the breadth of the rectangle is 25 centimeter. So breadth will be 25 centimeter. Now they are asking to find out the length. To find out the length, we have to transpose 25 from right side to left side, and when it will go from right side to the left side, it will go into the denominator and it will divide these two terms, which is 30 into 30. So for this, what we will do is, we will not transpose the term, we will cancel it from right hand side. As 25 is going to be in the denominator and 30 is one of the numerators, simplify both of them by 5. 5 5s are 25 and 5 6s are 30. Again I have a 5 on the right hand side, cancel by 5 1s are 5 and 5 6s are 30. So on the right hand side I have length, and on the left hand side we have 6 into 6, which is 36. The units are given in centimeter, so the length will be 36 centimeter. Answer is option number 4. Question number 27. A shopkeeper bought 2 mobile phones for 15,600 and 14,400 respectively. So let us assume the first mobile phone bought means it is the CP. CP of the first mobile phone is 15,600 and the CP cost price of the second mobile phone is 14,400. The question says, and sold them for a total of 31,200 rupees. Sold means selling price. Selling price is 31,200 rupees. Now they are asking what is the loss or gain percentage. Now the formula of loss or gain percentage is loss percent is loss upon CP into 100, and profit percent is profit upon CP into 100. Now for both the cases, I want to find out what is the profit or what is the loss. For this, we'll first find out the total cost price of both the mobile phones, which we'll get by adding the cost price of the first mobile phone and the cost price of the second mobile phone. Adding both of them, we get 30,000. So the total cost price is 30,000 and total selling price is 31,200. We see that the selling price is greater than the cost price. So it is a case of profit. And since it is a case of profit, so we'll use the formula of profit upon CP into 100. We calculate the profit, which is SP minus CP, which is 31,200 minus 30,000. The profit is 1200. Let's place the value of 1200 as a profit in the numerator and cost price 30,000 in the denominator, multiply by 100. Cancel the 0, 0, 0, 0. 12 by 3, answer is 4%. So the profit percent is 4%. Answer is option number 3. Question number 28. A factory produces electric bulbs and 2 out of every 15 bulbs are defective. So they say that defective or bad bulbs are 2 out of a total of 15. So it means that when the factory will produce 15 bulbs, a total of 15 bulbs, out of that 2 will be bad bulbs or defective bulbs. The question further says, if the factory produces 630 bulbs per day, then the number of defective bulbs produced per day is. So we have come to the ratio of bad bulbs out of the total bulbs as 2:15. So out of every 15 bulbs, 2 will be bad or defective. So if the factory is producing 630 bulbs, how many will be defective? Let us assume X bulbs will be bad bulbs or defective bulbs. Now this is a case of direct variation. And in direct variation, you write down in a column manner and then you cross multiply. You multiply 2 and 630 and you multiply X and 5. Now when you want to calculate, you have to move this 5 from right hand side to left hand side. Then it will go to the denominator. No need of doing that. You can directly cancel 5 and 630. Cancelling by 5. 5 ones are 5. Question number 28 says, a factory produces electric bulbs and 2 out of every 15 bulbs are defective. If the factory produces 630 bulbs per day, then the number of defective bulbs produced per day is. According to the question, when the factory is producing 15 bulbs, the factory is producing a total of 15 bulbs, the defective or bad bulbs are 2. So you got a ratio of total bulbs and bad bulbs out of that. And the question says, if the factory is producing 630 bulbs, how many will be bad? Let us assume X bulbs will be bad or defective. This is a question of direct variation. And for the questions of direct variation, you cross multiply. A very simple question, and we have done many questions like this in the class. When we cross multiply, we multiply 15 with X equals, we multiply 2 and 630. Now to find out the value of X, I have to take 15 from left hand to right hand side. And when you take 15 from left hand side to right hand side, since the operation on the left hand side is multiplication, when you change it from left to right side, it will go to the denominator. No need of taking it to the denominator. You straight away cancel 15 with any of these values. And remember, the values on the left hand side will directly divide the values on the right hand side. So I divide 15 and 630, which is 15 ones are 15. This is 15 4s are 60, carry 3, 15 2s are 30. On the left hand side, 1 into x will give me x, and on the right hand side 2 into 42 will give me 84. So when the factory will produce 630 bulbs, 84 will be defective. Another way of doing this question is, since 2 out of every 15 bulbs are bad, then you multiply it by 630 directly to get the answer. Again you cancel 15 ones are 15, this 15 4s are 60, 15 2s are 30. Same way you will get the same answer, which is 84. Both the approaches are perfectly fine, but the first approach is a way of applying the direct variation, makes the question very easy. Answer is option number 4. अबू तुम कितने देर और करने वाले हो? कुछ से मेरा डिस्टर्बेंस है, वो कटर से तुम्हारा कितने देर और काम चलेगा? नहीं करो, रिकॉर्डिंग में आ रहा है। अरे यार ये बंद ही नहीं हुआ। Question number 39. They are asking to find the value of x plus y in the following figure. Again the question from lines and angles, and a very simple one. However, the angle property which is used here will actually entail slightly higher concepts. First we will find out the value of y. To find out the value of y, you look at these two lines. These two lines are intersecting lines, and when these two lines will intersect, the angle y and angle 75 will be equal by the property of vertically opposite angle. So the value of y will be 75. Now let us find out the value of x. If you look at this line here, which has 3 angles in it, it is a straight line. It will follow the property of straight angle, and sum of all the angles on this line will be 180. Means 75 degree plus 42 degree plus angle x, sum of all these three should be 180. 75 plus 42, I add these, it comes to 117, plus x, it should be 180. So the value of x should be 180 minus 117, which is 63. So the value of x is 63, and the question is asking x plus y. X is 63 and y is 75, and when we add these two angles, my answer is 138 degree, which is option number 4. Again, as you see that all the questions which we have discussed in the class are there in the exam, and we have done such kind of questions not once, not twice, but at least 20 times. Next question. Question number 30. Read the given statements and choose the correct option. Statement 1. The diagonals of a square are equal in length and are perpendicular to each other. Statement 2. The diagonals of a rhombus are equal in length and are perpendicular to each other. Square. Now the diagonals. Diagonal is a line which joins the two non-adjacent sides or the two non-adjacent vertices. So if this is a square ABCD, then the two diagonals will be AC and BD. And remember, in the square, the diagonals are equal. So AC will be equal to BD. And the diagonals also bisect each other. Means they are meeting at point O. So AO equals to OC and BO equals to OD. The diagonals are also perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular means at the point of intersection the angle is 90 degree. So angle DOC is 90 degree. Angle DOA is also 90 degree. Angle AOB is 90 degree. And angle BOC is also 90 degree. So all the angles will be 90 degree. Means they bisect each other and they are perpendicular to each other. So all these angles are 90 degree. Similar is the case with rhombus with a slight change. Now rhombus is a shape which is exactly like a square. It follows all the properties of square except for understand that it is slightly tilted. Now since it is slightly tilted, the diagonal AC and the diagonal BD, you can look yourself, they are not equal. So in a rhombus, diagonals are not equal. But in a square, diagonals are equal. However, in the case of rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular. Means at the point of intersection they make an angle of 90 degree. So in the case of rhombus also angle DOC will be 90. If this is the point of intersection, then angle DOA is also 90 degree, angle AOB is 90 degree, angle BOC is 90 degree. And they also bisect. The diagonals bisect each other. Means AO will be equal to OC and BO will be equal to OD. So rhombus and square have all the properties similar except they are not equal. So in this question, statement number 1 is talking about square. Diagonals of square are equal in length and are perpendicular to each other is correct. But the second statement, the diagonal of a rhombus are equal in length and are perpendicular to each other, this is not correct. Answer is only statement 1 is true. One thing which is very important to mention here, this question is asked from class 8th, from the chapter Understanding Quadrilaterals. This is a very clear sign that they have very openly introduced the concept of class 8th also. Till now they were asking only the square and square roots, but now they have gone a little beyond. Question number 31. Solving this question has two ways. Either you solve the equation and then finally put the value, or you put the value and then solve the equation. The question says if A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 15, then the value of many such questions we have done. Let us substitute A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 15 in this equation and find out the answer. The equation is A upon B plus 1 bracket B upon A plus bracket B minus A. Let us substitute the value of A as 5 and B as 15. So the equation will be 5 upon 15 plus 1 bracket B is 15 upon A is 5 plus bracket B is 15 minus A is 5. Let us solve this. Simplify 5 and 15. This is 5 ones are, 5 threes are. This is 1 upon 3 plus 1. Simplify this. This is 5 ones are, 5 threes are. 3 upon 1 can be written as only 3, which we will do in the next step. And 15 minus 5, this is 10. 1 upon 3 plus 1. To make the question easy, put a denominator 1 here and now cross multiply. 1 into 1 is 1 plus 3 into 1 is 3 upon 3 into 1 is 3 bracket 3 upon 1 plus 10. Taking it further, 1 upon 3 is 1 plus 3 is 4 upon 3. Remember, bracket means multiply. 3 upon 1 plus 10. Following the BODMAS, we'll cancel this 3 and 3 because we'll do the operation of multiplication first. I'm left with 4 upon 1 plus 10. 4 upon 1 is 4 plus 10. Answer is 14. Option number 1. Now this question was actually the question of linear equations with substitution. The question, however, is a part of class 7th. Question number 32. A woman bought 5 kg 640 gram potatoes, 3 kg 37 gram onions and 6 kg 8 gram tomatoes. She found 2 kg 45 gram tomatoes rotten and returned these to the vegetable vendor. The weight of the vegetables she took home is. Very simple question based on decimal numbers, addition and subtraction. So whatever she has purchased you have to add, and the rotten tomato you have to subtract. So first she has purchased potato, which is 5 kg 640 grams. Then she has purchased onions, which is 3 kg 37 grams. And then she has purchased tomatoes, which is 6 kg 8 grams. So let's add the total quantity of potato, onion and tomato. This is 5 carry 1, 5 plus 3, this is 8, and this is 6. 5 plus 3, 8 plus 6, this is 14 kg 645 grams of all the vegetables. And out of this, the rotten tomatoes are 2 kg 45 grams. So you subtract this rotten tomatoes, this will be 0, this is 4, this is 6, 640 grams, 14 minus 2, this is 12 kg. What they have done is, in the answer options they have made a decimal point. So 12 kg 640 gram, you have to convert this entire thing into kilogram. A mix of kilogram is gram and gram to be converted to decimal point. Divide by 1000. 1000 has 3 zeros. From the right side, count 3 digits and place a decimal point between 12 and 640. Answer is 12.640 kg. Option number 1. Question number 33. 35 envelopes cost 87 rupees 50 paisa. How many such envelopes can we buy for rupees 730? A question of direct variation or direct relation. For such question, you make two columns. In the first column, you write envelopes, which are 35, and then write the cost. Now friends, the cost of 87 rupees 50 paisa is actually 87.5, and for easier understanding we can write it as 875. Since this is one decimal place, you write down 875 upon 10. So we will solve this question using the value in the decimal fraction 875 upon 10. So the cost of 35 envelope is 875 upon 10. And now they are asking, if you have a total of 730 rupees, then how many envelopes we can get? Let us assume we can get X envelopes. To solve the question of direct variation, we will cross multiply. We multiply 35 and 730, and we multiply X with 875 upon 10. Now I told you the numerator of left hand side will cancel the numerator of right hand side. So we can directly divide 35 and 875. 35 ones are 35, and when you divide 875 by 35, it will go 35 twos are 70, carry 17, this will become 175. 35 fives are 175. Now we can cancel 25 and 730 by 5. 5 fives are 25. 5 ones are 5, 2 carry becomes 23. 5 fours are 20, 3 carry becomes 30. 5 six are 30. So this is 146. Now we can divide the numerator 5 and denominator 10 by 5. 5 ones are 5 and 5 twos are 10. The right hand side value 2. Now it will go to the left hand side and it will multiply. Because this value is in the denominator, when it will move from right hand side to the left hand side, it will be multiplied by the term 146. 146 into 2 is our value of X, which is 292. So for 730 rupees, we can get 292 envelopes. Answer is option number 1. Simple question. We have again done many such exact questions in the class, and at that time I told you that all such questions will be in the exam. Question number 33. 35 envelopes cost 87 rupees 50 paise. How many such envelopes can we buy for rupees 730? A question based on direct variation, because if we want to purchase more envelopes, we will incur more cost. Similarly, if we have more money, we will be able to buy more envelopes. This is a case of direct variation, where if one quantity will increase, another quantity will also increase. Another point to note here is they have tried to make the question slightly tricky by giving the value or the cost of 35 envelopes in decimal. So let us break this down. First of all, 87 rupees 50 paise can actually be written as 87.5, which can further be written as 87.5 has one decimal place, so we can break it down as 875 upon 10. Now we will solve this question using the value of 875 upon 10. Since it is a question of direct variation, we will make two columns. In one column, I will write down the envelopes, and in the second column, I will write down the cost. In the first case, we have 35 envelopes, which will cost 87 rupees and 50 paisa, which we are going to write as 875 upon 10. And in the second case, they say we have total 730 rupees. So how many envelopes we will get? Let us assume we will get X envelopes. A case of a direct variation, we cross multiply. When we cross multiply, we multiply 35 and 730 equals X multiplied by 875 upon 10. Now, for simplification, remember the left hand side value can be directly divided by the right hand side numerator value. Looking at this, we divide 35 and 875 directly. 35 ones are 35, and when we divide 875 by 35, we get 35 twos are 70, 17 carry, the term will become 175, and 35 fives are 175. So on the left hand side, I have 25, and now we can divide 730 and 25 by 5. 5 fives are 25, and on dividing 730 by 5, I get 5 ones are 5, 2 carry, 5 fours are 20, 3 carry, 5 sixes are 30. Again, on the right hand side, I have 5 in the numerator and 10 in the denominator. I will divide them by 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. In the numerator, I have only left 1, and the denominator 2 will be carried down from the right hand side to the left hand side. The value of the denominator, when it will be changed from right to left side, it will now be multiplied by 146. So 146 multiplied by 2 is the value of X, which is 292. Answer is, we will get 292 envelopes if we have 730 rupees. Answer is option number 1. Again, goes without saying, multiple questions of this kind we have done in the class since the beginning, and eventually during the final revision also we have done many such questions. Question number 33 says 35 envelopes cost rupees 87 and 50 paisa. How many such envelopes can we buy for rupees 730? The question is of a direct variation, and similar kind of questions we have done in the class, and not one, more than 20. Solving this question, they have tried to create a slight confusion by giving the value of 35 envelopes as rupees 87 and 50 paisa. So let's simplify this term. First of all, 87.50 can be written as 87.5, and since it has one decimal place, we will convert this into a decimal fraction, which is 875 upon 10. Now we will solve the question using the value not as 87.50 but as 875 upon 10. As it is a case of a direct variation, we will make two columns. In the first column we will write down the envelopes, and in the second column we will write down the cost. So they say that 35 envelopes cost rupees 875 upon 10. So if we have 730 rupees, how many envelopes can we purchase? Let us assume we can purchase X envelopes. As in for the questions of direct variation, we will cross multiply and find out the value of X. It will be multiplied as X multiplied by 875 upon 10 equals 35 multiplied by 730. Now, for simplifying, we can directly cancel the right hand side term with the left hand side numerator terms. And for doing this, we will divide 35 by 875. Directly we can divide 35 by 35, as 35 ones are 35, and when I divide 875 by 35, I get 35 twos are 70. 17 will be carried over, it will make the term 175, and we know that 35 5 is a 175. Now on the left hand side numerator I have 25 and right hand side I have 730. They both will be divisible by 5. 5 5s are 25, and when I divide 730 by 5, it is 5 ones are 5 to carry, it will become 23. 5 4s are 20, 3 will be carried, it will be 30. 5 6s are 30. So when I divide 25 and 730 by 5, I get 5 on the left hand side numerator and 146 on the right hand side. Now we will divide the numerator 5 and denominator 10 by 5 again. It will give me 5 ones are 5 and 5 twos are 10. And finally, to get the value of X, I'll have to take this 2 from right side to left side. Since it is in the denominator on the left hand side, when we change the side, it will go to the right hand side and it will be multiplied by 146. So value of X will be 146 multiplied by 2, which is 292. So if we have 730 rupees, we will get 292 envelopes. So our answer is option number 1. Seemingly a easy question, but slightly time taking if your practice is not proper. Question number 34. What should be added to the sum of 179.08 and 20.17 to get 512? So solving this question, let us do the sum of 179.08 and 20.17. Their sum will be 8 plus 7 15 5 carry 1. This is 2 decimal point. This is 9. This is 7 plus 2 9, and this is 1. So sum of 179.08 and 20.17 is 199.25. And now what we should add here to 199.25 to get 512. Let us assume we will add X here. To find the value of X now, we have to take 199.25 from left hand side to the right hand side, and then you have to subtract it from 512. Now 199.25 has two decimal places, So 512 also I'll make two decimal places by adding a decimal point on the right hand side and placing two zeros. Let us subtract 199.25 from this. This is 0, so I have to borrow. This will be 10. 10 minus 5 will be 5. This value will be 9. 9 minus 2 will be 7. This 2 is not 2 anymore. It is now 1. We cannot subtract 9 from 1, so we'll borrow 1. This will be 11 minus 9, 2. Here I have now 0. We cannot subtract 9 from 0, so I'll carry 1. This will be 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. And now this will become 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. Answer is 312.75, which is option number 4. Seemingly an easy question. Question number 35. I will discuss two methods of solving this question. One is a simple method of converting the sentence into an equation, and another is a trick method using the ratio approach. Let us first understand that how can we convert this sentence into an equation and then solve this question. It says if 48% of a number is 120, then what is 170% of the number? In the first approach, we will find out the actual number using the first sentence, and then we will find the 170% of the number. Let us convert the sentence 48% of a number is 120. Very important for you to understand how to convert a sentence into equation across all the mathematics section. 48% means 48 upon 100. In mathematics, remember, of means multiply. Number I will keep as it is. In mathematics, is means equal to 120. Now, as I told you before, to find out the value of this number, we can simplify the left hand side numerator and right hand side numerator. We can divide both 48 and 250 by 24. 24 2s are 48 and 24 5s are 120. Again, we can divide 2 1s are 2 and 2 50s are 100. In the numerator I have 1, which can be ignored since this is the operation of multiplication. I'll take 50 from right hand side to left hand side. Right now it is in the denominator. When you change the side, it will go to the numerator and it will be multiplied by 5. So our number will be 5 multiplied by 50, which is 250. Our answer is not done yet. Now we have to find 170% of the number. Our number is 250. So 170% of 250 is 170 upon 100 multiplied by 250. 250 will act as the part of the numerator. Cancel the 0 of 250 with the 0 of 100 and cancel the 0 of 170 with another 0 of 100. In the denominator, 1 can be ignored. To find out the answer, to multiply 25 and 17. 25 into 17 is 425. Our answer is option 3. Now, let us discuss the alternative approach of solving this question. Another approach of solving this question is very simple. We can use the ratio approach. First, we know that 48% of the number is 120. So if 48% of the number is 120, then the question is asking what is 170% of the number. Let us assume that is x. Now you look at what is the ratio between 48 and 120. Converting them to the lowest term, divided by 24, this will be 2, and dividing 120 by 24, this will be 5. So the ratio is 2:5, and the same ratio will be applicable downwards also. This ratio will be also 2:5. Now the value of 2 is actually converted to 170. So if I want to convert 2 to 170, I have to multiply the value 2 by 85. To multiply 2 by 85 to come to 170. And if you are multiplying 2 by 85, you have to multiply 5 also by 85. 5 into 85 will give me the value of x. 5 multiplied by 85 is 425. I have discussed both the approach in the class, and I don't know how many times we have done this kind of question, maybe more than 100 times. Answer is option 3. Question number 36. A rectangular piece of land measures 700 meter by 500 meter. It is to be fenced with 4 rounds of wire. The length of the wire needed is. The question says that we have a rectangular piece of land and the dimensions given here will represent its length and breadth. So let us assume the length is 700, as generally the length is slightly greater and breadth is 500 meters. And they are asking that it has to be fenced. Remember, fencing actually implies the perimeter. So one round of fencing means you have to cover the perimeter once. Here the question is asking that they are fencing it 4 times. So for 4 rounds we have to multiply the perimeter by 4. So length of wire will be 4 times the perimeter, means 4 into perimeter. Now perimeter of rectangle we know is 2 multiplied by length plus breadth. Length plus breadth here will be 700 and 500. So it will be 4 multiplied by 2 bracket 700 plus 500. Now here 700 plus 500 will be 1200. 4 into 2 is 8. So 8 multiplied by 1200, answer is 9600 meters. Answer is option number 4. Another simple way of doing the question will be, no need of multiplying the 100 values, no need of multiplying the 7, no need of adding the 700 and 500. You know that 7 plus 5 is 12, so you simply multiply 4 multiplied by 2 bracket 7 plus 5. As we know that 700 and 500, it will give you the final answer, which will end with 2 zeros, which is common in all the 4 options. So we just need to find out the first 2 values. 4 into 2 is 8, multiply by 12. My answer should start with 96. Answer is option number 4. Question number 37. The question, direct question from average, slightly twisted. They say the average of 15, 12, 17, x plus 5, x minus 1 and 22 is 15. They are asking to find out the value of x. Now average equals sum of quantities upon number of quantities. Now here the quantities, the numbers, the values are 15. So let's add all of them. Plus 12 plus 17 plus x plus 5 plus x minus 1 plus 22. So if you count them, there are total 6 values. So we will divide by 6 because the number of quantities will be 6 and the average is 15. Now to solve this question, I'll take the 6 from right hand side to left hand side. Since the 6 is in denominator, when you change its sides it will be multiplied. So on the left hand side I'll have 15 multiplied by 6 equals, I'll add the numbers. 15 plus 12 is 27. 27 plus 17 is 44. 44 plus 5 is 49. 49 minus 1 is 48. And 48 plus 22 is 70. Plus, we will add these two x separately. This is x, this is x. X plus x is 2x. This is 90 equals 70 plus 2x. Take 70 from right to left side, it will be subtracted. It is 90 minus 70 equals 2x. That's 20 equals 2x. Divide 2 and 20, x is 10. A very simple question, and questions like these we have done many times in the class. I hope everybody will get this correct. Answer is option 1. Question number 38. 6 sectors of equal area are formed by the 3 diameters in a circle. The measure of an angle formed by 2 adjacent radii in each sector is. Now this is the question which is exactly repeated in the RMS exam. Only they had just changed with these sectors by the lines. In the RMS exam there was a question that if there is a bicycle and in that bicycle one's one tire has 48 spokes. So basically in this question what we have to do is we have to make a circle and we have to divide this into 6 sectors by 3 diameters and all of them are equal. So draw it like this. This is the diameter, this is another diameter, and this is the third diameter. Now remember, what is a sector? Sector is that part in a circle which is formed by 2 radius and an arc. Sector, it is formed by 2 radius and arc, and these 2 radius should have a common vertex. It also has a central angle. The angle between the 2 radius or the vertex, that is the central angle. Now basically it actually implies that we are dividing the circle into 6 parts, and if the area is same then each of the angle will be same. If this angle is x, this is also x, this is also x, this is also x. All the angles are same, and we know that sum of all the angles across a point is 360. So these 6 angles, x plus x plus x plus x plus x plus x, sum of all these should be 360. 6 times adding x is 6x equals 360. Simplifying 6 and 360, the value of x is 60 degree. Answer is option 4. Very simple question, just need a little visualization. Question number 39, asking to arrange the following fractions in the ascending order. A very simple question. We will discuss two approaches of solving this question. The first is the LCM approach, converting all the fractions into like fractions by taking the LCM of the denominators. And another approach will be the division approach, converting them into decimals and then comparing. Now let us take the LCM of the fractions. LCM of 3, 6, 9 and 12 is 36. So what we will do is we will convert all of them to 36. Now the first fraction is 2 by 3. If you want to convert 3 into 36, you have to multiply it by 12. And by the rule of fraction, if you want to convert 3 to 36, you have to multiply by 12. And if you are multiplying the denominator by 12, we have to multiply the numerator also by 12. So 2 into 12, numerator is 24, and 3 into 12, denominator is 36. Second fraction, 1 by 6. I am converting the denominator 6 to 36. If you want to convert 6 to 36, you have to multiply it by 6. And if we are multiplying the denominator by 6, then we have to multiply the numerator also by 6. So this will become 6 upon 36. Next fraction is 5 by 9. I have to convert the denominator 9 to 36, and for that we will multiply 9 by 4. And if we are multiplying the denominator 9 by 4, we will also multiply the numerator 5 by 4. It will give me 20 upon 36. The next fraction is 7 by 12. Denominator is 12. If we want to convert denominator 12 to 36, we have to multiply it by 3. And if we are multiplying the denominator by 3, we have to multiply the numerator also by 3. 7 into 3 is 21. Now the comparison of the fractions become very easy. When all the denominators are same, we only compare the numerator. The smaller numerator is a smaller fraction. So among 24, 6, 20 and 21, the smallest numerator is 6. So 6 upon 36 is the smallest fraction. Then comes 20 upon 36. Then 21 upon 36. And finally the greatest among all is 24 upon 36. Now let us check the actual value. 6 upon 36 actually is 1 by 6. It's the smallest. 20 upon 36 is 5 by 9. Twenty-one upon 36 is 7 by 12. And 24 upon 36 is 2 by 3. Our answer is option number 1. Another approach of solving such questions will be converting them to decimals. 2 by 3 is 0.66. 1 by 6 is 0.16. 5 by 9 is 0.55. And 7 by 12 is 0.58. So smallest among them is 0.16. Should come the first. Then 0.55, which is 5 by 9. Then comes 0.58, which is 7 by 12. And at last 0.66, which is 2 by 3. Which also gives you the same answer, option number 1. Question number 40. The length, breadth and height of a room are 1050 centimeter, 750 centimeter, 425 centimeter respectively. The length of the longest tape which can measure the 3 dimensions of the room exactly. Now in the first look, this question actually looks that it is from a topic called cuboid, the volume and surface area cuboid, but actually the question turns out to be a question from finding the HCF. Many times I've told you, let's take the length, let's break down the question. The length is 1050 centimeter, breadth is 750 centimeter, and height is 425 centimeter. Now the question says the length of the longest tape which can measure. The meaning of this term is length of longest tape which can measure all of them, means we have to find that value which will divide all of them. Measure means it will completely divide all the three values. It will completely divide the length, it will completely divide the breadth, and it will completely divide the height. And the value which will divide all of them three commonly is actually their common factor or a highest common factor. Longest tape means you have to find the HCF. I have done many questions like this. Let us find the HCF quickly. Now here we will use the factorization method. 1050, 750 and 425. Finding the factors individually, I'll divide 1050 by 2. It will give me 525. 525 is not divisible by 2, but it is divisible by 3 because the sum of the digits is 12. It will give me 175. Now 175 is not divisible by 3. We have to divide by 5. It is 35. I will again divide by 5. It is 5 sevens are 35 and 7 ones are 7. So the factors are 2 power 1, 3 power 1, 5 power 2 and 7 power 1. Now let's divide 750 and find out its factors. We divide 750 by 2. It's 375. 375 is divisible by 3. Sum of the digits is 15. It is 125. Now 125 is divisible by 5. It is a cube of 5. 25. 25 is divisible by 5. So 5 5s are 25. 5 1s are 5. So this is 2 power 1, 3 power 1, 5 power 3. 425 is divisible by 5. It is 85. 85 is divisible by 5 17 times. So it is 17 ones are 17. It's 5 power 2, 17 power 1. In HCF, remember, we take only the common factors. The only factor common to all of the three factors is 5. And in HCF, we take the lowest power, which is 5 power 2. My HCF is 25 centimeter. Another easy way of finding the answer would be the HCF is that number which is a factor of all the three. So it means my HCF should divide all these three numbers: 1050, 750 and 425. Now let's go by the options. Option 1, 50 centimeter. Now 50 centimeter, if you look at the third value, 425, 425 is not divisible by 50. So 50 cannot be our answer, even though it will divide 1050 and 750, but it will not divide 425. So 50 cannot be the answer. 125, second option. Again, 425 is not divisible by 125. So the second option, 125, cannot be the answer too. Third option 150. Again 425 is not divisible by 150, so it cannot be the answer too. So only option left is 25. 25 is the only number which is dividing all the three values, 1050, 750 and 425. That will be the answer if you don't want to use the factorization method. In the exam, it is recommended to take this approach. Question number 41. Slightly tricky question, a thought over question, and the options too are slightly different. Till now they have not given such kind of options. This is a typical NDA style of options given here. B, C, D is correct, A, B, T is correct. However, we have practiced a lot of questions like this. So let us start and analyze which of the following statements are correct. So you have to analyze each and every options very carefully. Be very careful. They say the first, if a number is divisible by 4, it must be divisible by 8. This sentence is not correct. Let us understand through an example. If a number is divisible by 4, it must be divisible by 8. Let's take a number which is divisible by 4. 4 can be the number which is divisible by 4. So 4 is divisible by 4, but is 4 divisible by 8? No, it is not divisible by 8. Or, for example, 12 is divisible by 4, but is 12 is divisible by 8? No, it is not. So the first option is incorrect. And when they say it is divisible, don't divide 4 by 8. You say then, sir, 4 by 8 is 1 by 2. It is not divisible. The answer is not the whole number. The answer is a fraction. So it is not correct. So first option is wrong. Next, it says if a number is divisible by 3 and 5. See, remember that both 3 and 5 are prime numbers. And if a number is divisible by both 3 and 5 at the same time, it should not be that it's only divisible by 3 or only divisible by 5. It should be divisible by both 3 and 5. Then it should be divisible by their LCM. LCM of prime number is their product, which is 3 into 5. So if the number is divisible by 3 and 5, both of them are prime numbers, then the number will also be divisible by their product or by their LCM. So option number B is correct. Next, a number which is divisible by 2 and 8 is divisible by 16 also. Pay attention. A number divisible by 2 and 8. A number divisible by 2 and 8. Let's take an example. Let's take an example of 8. 8 is divisible by 2? Yes. 8 is divisible by 8? Yes. But is 8 divisible by 16? No. So looking at this logic, the option number C is also wrong. The option number 4, the sum of two consecutive odd numbers is always divisible by 4. Let's take one example and understand. Two consecutive odd numbers. Let's take the first odd number 1 and the next consecutive odd number will be 3. Sum of these two will be 1 plus 3, which is 4. Is it divisible by 4? Yes, it is divisible by 4. To verify, let's take another example. Let's take 11 odd number and the next consecutive odd number after 11 will be 13. Let's do the sum. 11 plus 13 is 24. Is it divisible by 4? Yes. So this option number D is correct. Answer is option number 4, only B and D. Again I say, the paper again was very application oriented paper. Even though you know the divisibility rule, until now they were asking very direct kind of questions from divisibility rules, but this time they have changed the approach and they have asked more application based questions. Question number 42. A borrowed rupees 3,500 for 3 years at the rate of 4% per annum. B borrowed 4,200 for 2 years at the rate of 5% per annum. And C borrowed rupees 2,800 for 3 years at the rate of 5% per annum on simple interest. Which of the following statement is true? Again, the question is very simple, but they have tried to given a long text and slightly more calculations just to confuse confuse the students. But the question is very very simple. Before we start solving the question, let us go to the options. They say that only A and C have to pay 420 each as simple interest. Only A and B have to pay rupees 420 each as simple interest. ABC all have to pay rupees 420 each as simple interest. Only B and C have to pay rupees 840 each as simple interest. So in all these options they are asking what is their simple interest amount. So let us calculate the simple interest for all the three. Simple interest we know is principal into rate into time upon 100. Let's apply this formula onto all three. For A, the principal is 3500, rate is 4%, and time is 3 years upon 100. For B, the principal is 4200, rate is 5%, and time is 2 years upon 100. For C, the principal is 2800, rate of interest is 5%, and time is 3 years. When you calculate, you can simply cancel out the two zeros of 100 and the two zeros of 3500. 35 into 4 is 140, 140 into 3 is 420. So the SI amount of A is 420. For B, the simple interest will be cancelling the 0. 42 into 5 is 210. 210 into 2 is 420. And for C, cancel the 0. 28 into 5 is 140. 140 into 3 is 420. So all of them are paying the equal amount of simple interest. So our answer will be option number 3. Question was simple. Generally in simple interest topic they ask a difficult question. This time the question was easy, but there was a relative comparison which can make the question slightly difficult for the students. Question number 43. A solid cuboid is formed by joining three solid cubes of side 4 cm each. The volume of the cuboid so formed is. The question is, we have three cubes. Like this, we have three cubes, and the side of each cube is 4 cm. Now we know that in a cube all the sides are same. Now the question says that we have joined three such cubes. When you join three such cubes, the resulting figure will be like this. It will be like a cuboid. Now this is the cuboid. Now remember, when it is a cuboid, the length of the cuboid will be 4 plus 4 plus 4, 12 centimeter. The breadth will remain the same, 4 centimeter, and the height will also remain the same, 4 centimeter. You have to find the volume of cuboid. Volume of cuboid is length into breadth into height, which is 12 into 4 into 4. Answer is 192 centimeter cube. Another way of doing this question is you can find the volume of one cube, which is volume of cube is side cube, which is 4 cube, which is 64, and since you have joined the 3 cubes, their combined volume will be 3 into 64, which will again give you 192 centimeter cube. Any of the approach you can take, you will get the same answer. Very simple question. More important, we have done many questions like this. So as you can see, none of the questions in the exam was different from what we have discussed in the class. At least 50 times we have done such kind of questions. Question number 44. In the given question, two statements, assertion A and reason R, are given. Read them carefully and choose the correct options from the given option. Now, first of all, the assertion and reasoning kind of questions are actually typical NDA questions. Now here they are trying to give you a taste of the exam, keeping the questions very simple, but the approach has to be very clearly defined. Let's look at the two statements. Assertion is 41 is a prime number. Yes, it is, we know that. And reasoning is it has only two factors, number 1 and itself. Now let us analyze the option. The first option is A is not correct, but R is correct. Second option, both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. Means statement A is correct, statement R is also correct, and this reason which they are giving, that why the statement A is correct, for that the reason is, which is mentioned in the second statement R, it is actually the reason of correctness. That why A is correct, because of R. So R is the correct explanation of why A is correct. This is the meaning of the option number 2. Option 3, both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation of A. So they say that both the statements are correct, but the second statement, which is the reason, is not the correct explanation of statement A. A is correct. Option number 4 is A is correct, but R is not correct. Now let us look at the assertion A. It says 41 is a prime number. It is correct. And we know that a prime number is a number which has only two factors, namely 1 and itself. It is the primary definition of a prime number, that a number which has only two factors, which is 1 and itself, is a prime number. And the second statement, the reason R, states the same thing. It has only two factors. And these two factors are 1 and the number itself. That is why it is a prime number. So our answer will be option number 2, which says both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. As I told you, this paper was very application oriented. So even though you feel that the question is easy, everybody knows 41 is a prime number, but second option was slightly confusing, that why it is a prime number, because it has only two factors. Most of the students must have got this correct, but some who are not reading the concepts thoroughly, who are not paying attention to the detail, might miss this question. They might go for the option number 3. Question number 45. They are asking to find the perimeter of the following figure. Seemingly a very easy question. We know that perimeter is sum of sides. So all these options you have to add. Each side is 3, and like this there are 12 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Each side is 3. So sum of sides will be, you have to add 3 12 times. For that you multiply 12 by 3. Answer is 36 centimeter. Seemingly an easy question. Another way of doing this is, you can take one of the edges, which will be 3 plus 3 6, and like this they have 6 edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You can multiply 6 by 6 and get the answer as 36 also. Simple question. Most of you must have got it correct. 46. Which of the following Question number 46. Which of the following statements are not true? Again a puzzling question because it's not asking true, it is asking not true. Student has to be slightly careful. Let us go to the options. Two acute angles are always supplementary. Now acute angles are the angles which are less than 90 degree. A right angle is a 90 degree angle, and obtuse angles are angles which are greater than 90 degree but less than 180. The question says that two acute angles are always supplementary. Supplementary angles are those angles when the sum of the two angles are 180, then they are called supplementary angles. For example, 120 plus 60. Sum of these two angles are 180, so these two angles are supplementary angles. And similarly, when sum of two angles is 90 degree, for example 50 plus 40, when sum of two angle is 90, then these two angles are called complementary angles. First option says two acute angles are always supplementary. Let's take an example of two acute angles. Suppose I take first angle as 80 degree, acute angle as 80 degree, and another acute angle as also 80 degree. Then the total will come to 160. It will never be 180. Now do not take 90 degree plus 90 degree and say that it is coming to 180. 90 and 90 are not acute angles, they are called right angles. So whatever is the case, if you are taking two acute angles, the sum can never be 180. It will always be less than 180, so it can never be supplementary. Even if you take the greatest acute angle, which is 89.9, and then you add, even then you will not get 180 degree. It will be 179. So it will still not come to 180. So the first option is wrong. Two obtuse angles are always supplementary. It is not possible. If you take two obtuse angles, let's say 100 and 100, it will always be greater than 180, so it will not be supplementary. So second option is also wrong. Third option, two equal angles which are twice of half of right angle. Let us understand this sentence. Twice, option C, twice of half of right angle. Right angle is 90. If you convert this into equation, twice means 2, of means multiply, half means 1 by 2 into 90. So the value of the angle will be 90. So if one angle is 90 and they say the two angles, so 90 plus 90, this will give us the supplementary angle. So the sentence number C is correct. D, and option number D, an acute and an obtuse angle are always complementary. It is not possible, because an obtuse angle itself is greater than 90, and when an acute angle is added to it, it can never be complementary, which means their sum should be 90. Let's take an example of acute plus an obtuse angle. It can never be 90, because the smallest obtuse angle is 90.1, or let's take for easier understanding 91, and even if you take the smallest acute angle as 1, it will still come to 90 obtuse angle. So option number D is also incorrect. The only correct option is C, and we have to find which of the following are untrue. Answer is A, B and D. Option number 1. Question number 47. In this question, they have given us 3958 subtracted star 7 star. The answer should be star 8 star and 3. While you can do this question by options, another easier way of doing this question is star is one such number which when subtracted from 8 it will give us the same value. Now think over, what value when subtracted from 8 give the same value? It can be 4 only. 8 minus 4 will give us 4. If you take any other number, suppose if you take 8 minus 1, it will not give us the same value 1. It will give us 7. So 1 cannot be our answer. So the value of star is 4. Here also 4, here also 4, here also 4 and here also 4. If you want, you can verify. 3958 minus 474. 8 minus 4 is 4. 5 minus 7 we cannot do, borrow 1. 15 minus 7 is 8. Now this is 8. 8 minus 4 is 4. And this is 3. You'll get the answer as 3484. So our answer is option number 4. Question number 48. The least number which when divided by 25, 40 and 60 leaves 9 as the remainder in each case. So as we understand this question, they are asking to find the least number, and this is the first hint. Which means that we have to find out the LCM. But this is not the final. Most of the students go by the approach that if the question mentions least number or the smallest number, then we will calculate the LCM, which is actually in some case a right approach. But they can confuse us. Examiners can confuse us by writing the least number or a smaller number or maybe any other synonym or a like word of a least or a smaller number. But actually the calculation can be something else. So the actual part which you have to pay attention is which when divided by 25, 40 and 60. Means we have to find a number, rather a smallest number, which will be divided by 25, 40 and 60. So basically the number which we have to find should be a multiple of 25, 40 and 60. And multiple means we have to find the LCM, because they are asking to find out the smallest number. So we have to find the lowest common multiple. But this is not just finding the LCM. This is the case of LCM with the remainder. Now in the case of LCM with remainder, a direct question we have done many times in the class. A direct question of LCM with remainder, we have to find the LCM and we have to add the remainder. That will be our answer. Let's go and find the LCM first. Now we can either go by factorization approach. Factors of 25 are 5 to the power of 2. Factors of 40 are 2 power 3, 5 power 1. And factors of 60 are 2 power 2, 3 power 1, 5 power 1. Now in LCM we take all the factors. So all the factors are 2, 3, And remember, after taking all the prime factors, we have to take the highest power. The highest power of 2 is 2 power 3. The highest power of 3 is 3 power 1. And the highest power of 5 is 5 power 2. 2 power 3 is multiplication of 2 3 times. Here also students do a mistake. 2 power 3 means they take 2 into 3, which is wrong. You don't have to do 2 into 3. You have to multiply 2 3 times, which is 2 into 2 into 2, which is 8. 3 power 1 is you have to multiply 3 one time. 5 power 2 is you have to take 5 2 times. 2 into 2 into 2, this is 8 into 3 into 5 into 5. 8 into 3 is 24 into 5 into 5. 24 into 5 is 120, and 120 into 5 is 600. So the LCM of these three numbers is 600. For our final answer, add the remainder 600 plus 9. Our answer is 609. Now here we have used the method of prime factorization for finding LCM. You can also do the same by using the common division method. Both are same. You can use the method in which you are more comfortable. Answer is option 3. Question number 49. They're asking to read the given statements and choose the correct option. Statement 1. A secant of a circle is a line segment having its endpoint on the circle. Actually, this is a definition of chord. It's not a secant. Statement 2. A chord is a line passing through the center of a circle and intersecting the circle at 2 points. Again, this sentence is also half not correctly given. Let us have a look at the second. Suppose this is a circle. Now what is a secant? Suppose there is a line which is intersecting, draw it again, which is intersecting the circle at 2 points. Suppose this is point A to point B. So it will intersect the circle, it will intersect the circle at 2 points, and then it will continue. And as we know that a line has no fixed length, so it will continue on both sides infinitely. Such a line is called a secant. And secant is forming a chord AB. So AB is the chord formed by the secant. So here they say that a secant is a circle. A secant of a circle is a line segment having its endpoint on the circle. Let us see what is that. A line segment which is having its endpoint inside the circle. Suppose this is the line segment AB, and it starts from a point in the circle and it's ended another point in the circle. So basically both the points, both A and B, lies on the circumference of the circle. It will not go beyond the circle. This is a chord. This is a chord. The first one. A secant of a circle is a line segment having its endpoint on the circle. This actually is the definition of a chord, but they are saying that this is a secant, so this sentence is wrong. It's not a secant, it's a chord. Now let's have a look at the second statement. A chord is a line passing through the center of the circle and intersecting the circle at 2 points. Now what they're saying is a chord is a line passing through the center like this. Center. Now, a chord can pass through the center of the circle, but it should stop at the circumference. It should not go beyond the point A and B. In the second statement, it says it intersect the circle. It intersect the circle at 2 points. So it will not intersect the circle at 2 points. It will end at 2 points inside a circle. So the second one again is not correct. However, a chord can be a diameter. Rather, diameter is the biggest chord of a circle. So here, statement number 1 and both statement number 2 are false. Answer is 1. Question number 50. The ratio of price of coffee to that of tea. So we have to find the ratio of coffee and tea. When the coffee cost 24 rupees per 100 grams and the tea cost 180 per kg. Now here they have tried to create a slight confusion by giving the cost of the coffee, which is at 24 rupees, and its weight is 100 grams, and the cost of the tea is 180, and that cost of the tea is given in kg. So rupees 180 is for 1 kg, which can be converted to grams as 1000 grams. Now, to make the question, we have to solve this question further. We have to convert the weight of coffee and tea equal. Now, how can we do that? If the weight of coffee is taken as 100 gram, then we should also take the weight of the tea as 100 grams. Question is simple, because if 100 gram coffee is costing 24 rupees, then 100 gram of tea will be 18 rupees. Very simple. 1000 gram is 180, so 100 gram will be, just remove 1 0, it will be 18 rupees. Now we have the price of coffee as well as price of tea out of 100 grams of equal weight. So let's solve them. Coffee will go to the numerator. Now this will also impact the answer, since they are asking to find out the ratio of coffee to tea. So if by mistakenly you will do tea by coffee, if you take the tea in the numerator and coffee in the denominator, your answer will be wrong. You have to take coffee in the numerator and tea in the denominator. 24 and 18 both are divisible by 6. Bringing them to the lowest term, 6 4s are 24, 6 3s are 18. Answer is 4 upon 3, which is 4:3. Seemingly a very easy question. I will not repeat my words from previous questions, that this is also the question we have done in the class. Exactly the same question. Answer is option 4. Question number 51 says Anil exercised for 2 by 3 hour. Ram exercised for 3 by 4 hour. Chetan exercised for 1 by 5 hour, and Dharam exercised for 5 by 6 hour. So, two ways of solving this question. They say who exercised for the maximum time. Two ways of solving this. Either you compare all of these by using the comparison of fractions approach, or we can convert this value which is given in fraction into minutes. So let's find out Anil. 2 by 3 hour. Let's convert hours to minute. So hour to minute is, you have to multiply by 60. This is 20 to Anil is 40 minutes. Ram exercised for 3 by 4 hours. Converting hour to minutes, multiply by 60. Cancel 4 and 60. It is 15. 3 into 15. Ram exercised for 45 minutes. Chetan exercised for 1 by 5 hour. Convert 1 by 5 to minutes. 1 by 5 hour to minutes. Multiply by 60. Cancel 5 and 60. It is 12. So Chetan exercised for 12 minutes. And at last, Dharam exercised for 5 by 6 hour. To convert hour to minute, multiply by 60. Divide 6 and 60. It is 10. 5 into 10. Answer is 50 minutes. So we can see that it is the Dharam who exercised for maximum number of hours, for maximum number of time, for maximum 50 minutes. Answer is 3. Question number 52 says a solid metallic cuboid of length 9 centimeter and width 8 centimeter is formed by melting a solid metallic cube of side 6 centimeter. The height of the cuboid is. The question says that we have a metallic cube with side 6 centimeter. So we know that in a cube all the sides are same. So this is 6 centimeter, 6 centimeter and 6 centimeter. And they say that we are melting this metallic cube of side 6 centimeter and we are forming a cuboid from that. Now cuboid, another 3D structure with a length, breadth and height. In the question they say that the cuboid formed after melting a cube has a length of 9 centimeter, breadth means width of 8 centimeter, and they are asking the height. Now one thing which you have to understand, that when you are melting a cube and forming a cuboid, the volume will be same. The volume remains same. So the volume of cube will be equal to the volume of cuboid. Now we know the volume of cube is side cube. Side of the cube is 6, so volume is 6 cube, which is 216 centimeter cube. And now this same volume can be used as a volume of cuboid to find out the height. Height of the cuboid formula is volume upon length into breadth. Volume is 216, length is 9 and 8. We can cancel 9 and 216. 9 2s are 18, 3 carry, 9 4s are 36. We can divide 8 and 24. Our answer is 3. So height is 3 centimeter. Answer is option 3. Now here if you notice that in this question they did not ask you directly the volume of cube or volume of cuboid. They checked both the concept of cube and cuboid in a single question. We have done many such questions in the class, so I feel that most of you will be able to make it. Question number 53. How many 5-digit numbers are there? Now for solving this question, you take the greatest 5-digit number. Now greatest 5-digit number or any greatest digit number, it will start with 9. and since it is a 5-digit number, you write 9 5 times. It will be 99,999. And then you take the smallest 5-digit number, a smallest 5-digit number or smallest any digit number which will start with 1, and then you place 4 zeros. It will make it the smallest 5-digit number. Now to find out how many total 5-digit numbers are there, you subtract the greatest 5-digit number 99,999 and the smallest 5-digit number which is 10,000, and add 1. This is 89,999. Adding 1 to it, answer is 90,000. Exact same question you have done in the class in the number system. I hope most of you will get it correct. Question number 54. A number written in Roman numerals LXXIX minus XXXIX is equal to. Let us find out what is L X X I X. L is 50, X is 10, X is 10, I is 1, X is 10. Now, first we have a greater symbol 50, then a smaller symbol 10, so it will be added. Then again we have an equal symbol 10, it will be added. Then 1, so here we will do addition, but after 1 it is a greater symbol. So when a smaller symbol comes first and then comes a greater symbol, like in the case of I and X at the end, a smaller symbol comes first and a greater symbol comes later, then we subtract. And you subtract 10 minus 1, so this is 9. Final value will be 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 9, which will give us 79. The next symbol is XXXIX. X is 10, another X is 10, then 10, I is 1, and X is 10. I've drawn the arrows to figure it out. Now, 10, again 10, it will be added, and again 10, it will be added. So 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30, but here this 1 and 10 will be subtracted, so this will be 9. 30 plus 9, the value is 39. Now they are asking to do the subtraction of 79 minus 39. 79 minus 39 is 40. And how do we write 40 in the Roman numeral? 40 can be written as 50 minus 10. And for subtraction, the smaller symbol 10 should come first, which is X, and the bigger symbol 50 should come later, which is L. Our answer will be XL. Option number 1. Seemingly a very easy question. We have done questions tougher than this. Answer is option 1. Question number 55. A car runs with the speed of 65 km per hour. How far will it travel in 180 minutes? Question is simple. Just a small twist they have done, that the speed is given in km per hour and the time is given in minutes. Now remember, when the time is in when the speed is in the kilometer per hour, time should be in hours. And to convert 180 minute to hour, we divide by 60. It will be 3 hours. They are asking to find the distance. The formula of distance is speed into time. Speed is 65. Time is 3 hours. Answer is 195 kilometer. Answer is option 3. Seemingly a very easy question. We have done much difficult questions of time, speed and distance. I have average speed, problem based on trains and boats. This was relatively a very simple question. Question number 56. Which of the following is the correct representation of 446 in Roman numeral? Now let us see how can we write 446. Let's break it down into 400 plus 40 plus 6. 400 can be written as 500 minus 100. 40 can be written as 50 minus 10. And 6 can be written as 5 plus 1. For subtraction, we know the smaller symbol 100 should come first and the greater symbol 500 should come later. So smaller symbol 100 C should come first and symbol of 500 D should come later. So it is CD. For getting 40, we should do 50 minus 10, and the rule of subtraction, we know the smaller symbol should be first. Symbol of 10 is X and 50 should be later. It is L. 5 plus 1, simple rule of addition. 5 is V, 1 is I. Answer is CD, XL, VI. Option number 3. Question number 57. Sunita reads 5 by 7 part of the book in 5 hours. The part of the book she will read in 2 hours. So Sunita is reading 5 by 7 part in 5 hours. So in 2 hours, she will read how much? Let us take she will read X part. A question of direct variation, cross multiply. 2 multiplied by 5 upon 7 equals X multiplied by 5. Now we can cancel the right hand side numerator by the left hand side numerator. So 5 and 5 is cancelled. My answer will be 2 upon 7. So in 2 hours, she will read 2 by 7 part. Another easy way of doing this question is, let us assume the book has 7 parts. Since 7 is the denominator, let us assume the book has total 7 parts. And out of the 7 parts, she is reading 5 parts in 5 hours. Makes the question simple. 5 parts in 5 hours, or 5 hours 5 parts. So 2 hours 2 parts out of total 7 parts. So she will read 2 out of 7 parts. Answer is 2 by 7 in 2 hours. Option number 4. Question number 58. Based on simple word mass, not much of the operations, no bracket, no bar, only division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. This is 32 plus 16 divided by 4 minus 2 multiplied by 3. Follow the word mass here. Now here there are no bracket and off, only division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. So first we'll do the division. 16 divided by 4 is 4. It's 32 plus 4 minus 2 into 3 is 6. 32 plus 4 is 36 minus 6. Answer is 30. Seemingly a very easy question. As I told you before, that the actual easy questions will start after question number 15, 16. And even in this paper, you notice that after question number 38, 39, all the easy questions have started. This kind of strategy making is very important. Question number 59, seemingly an easy question. The decimal form of the sum of 2 by 5 and 7 by 8. So either you can add both of them as a fraction and then convert the final answer to decimal, or you can convert individually to decimals and then add. 2 by 5 is 0.4. 7 by 8 is 0.875. This This we are getting by division. Adding both of them, my answer is, I'll do it for you. Answer is 1.275. I'll do it for you. You have to make the decimal places same. So I'll have to place 2 zeros. Not adding. This is 7, this is 2. This is 1.275. Answer is option number 2. Question number 60. 50 chairs and 30 blackboard were purchased for a school. If each chair cost rupees 1065 and each blackboard cost 1645, then what is the total amount of the bill? 50 chair and 30 blackboards. Now they say that one chair is rupees 1065. So 50 chair will be 50 multiplied by 1065 and 30 blackboard. If one blackboard is costing rupees 1645, then 30 blackboards will be 30 multiplied by 1645. We can find out the total cost of 50 chair and 30 blackboard, and then we can add them. 50 multiplied by 1065 is 53,250 plus 30 multiplied by 1645. This will be 49,350. Now if you add 53 and 49, we somewhere close to 1,02,000. 250 plus 350, it will be 600. Answer is 0. This is 0. Carry 1. This is 6. This is 2. Carry 1. Answer is 1,02,600. Option 4. Seemingly an easy question. It's based on simple multiplication and addition. Question number 61. Seemingly an easy question. They just try to confuse you by giving a question mark here in the middle. What you do is you solve the left hand side part first, and then you take the complete solved part from left hand to right hand to get the final answer. I'll do it slowly. This is 3 minus 4 upon 5 plus question mark. Let's take the question mark as x minus 7 upon 15 equals 2 whole 2 by 5. We'll convert this later, mixed fraction to fraction. Now let us solve this. First let's put, to make it simple for you, I will put 1 as the denominator of 3, and now you can cross multiply. This is 5 into 3, 15 minus 1 into 4, 4 upon 1 into 5, it is 5. So 15 minus 4, this is 11 upon 5 plus x minus 7 upon 15 equals 2 whole 2 by 5 is 5 into 2, 10 plus 2, 12 upon 5. Now what you do is you operate 11 by 5 and minus 7 by 15. I'll solve it here. 11 upon 5 minus 7 upon 15. What we can do is we can make the denominator same. I can convert the 5 to 15, multiply by 3. If the denominator is multiplied by 3, you multiply the numerator 11 also by 3. It will become 33 upon 15 minus 7 upon 15. Now they both are like fractions, and subtracting the like fractions, the common denominator will be 15. Subtract the numerator, 33 minus 7 is 26. So this part becomes x plus 26 upon 15. You can write it before x or after x, it will not change because the answer is in plus. जो वैल्यू आ रही है वो प्लस में आ रही है, तो आप इसको x के पहले भी लिख सकते हैं या आप इसको x के बाद भी लिख सकते हैं, इससे आंसर पे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Now we will take the 26 upon 15 from left hand side to the right hand side. Here the operation is plus. When you change the sign, it will become minus. X equals 12 upon 5 minus 26 upon 15. Again, solving this, here 12 upon 5 minus 26 upon 15. Convert 5 to 15 into 3. Into 3. This is 12 into 3, 36 upon 15 minus 26 upon 15. It's a like fraction. Make the common denominator 15. Subtract the numerator. 36 minus 26 is 10. 10 upon 15. Cancel by 5. 5 2s are 5 3s are. X equals to 2 upon 3. Answer is 2 upon 3. Option number 4. Seemingly a very simple question. Another way of doing this is you could have converted all the denominator to 15, both left hand side and right hand side, and then could have solved the question. Many ways of doing it, but the question is easy. Answer is option 4. Needless to say, we have done such questions in the class. Question number 62. One angle of a triangle is half of a right angle and another angle is 15 degree more than 1/3 of a right angle. Name the triangle based on its sides and angles. So when they say a triangle and they are giving some angles, then remember the angle sum property of a triangle, which says that sum of 3 angles of a triangle should be 180. Now let us find the angles using the statements. They say the angle of a triangle is half of a right angle. Half of a right angle. Now half of right angle, a right angle is 90 and half of it will be 45 degree. So one of the angle they say is 45 degree. Let us assume this angle is 45 degree. Further they say and another angle is 15 more than 1/3 of a right angle. 1/3 of a right angle will be 1/3 into 90. Cancel 3 and 90, this is 30. So 1/3 of a right angle is 30 and our angle is 15 more than this. So 15 more than 30 degree is 30 degree plus 15 degree, which is also 45 degree. So another angle is 45 degree. Now guys, if you see that the two angles are 45 and 45, which is 90, and we know that sum of all the 3 angles should be 180. So if these two angles are 90, the third angle should also be 90, so that the sum of all the 3 angles should be 180. So 45 plus 45 plus 90, now it is equal to 180. So it means the third angle is 90. And now they are asking that what kind of triangle is this. Now remember friends, when one of the angle of a triangle is 90 degree or a right angle and other two angles are same, means the two arms are also same, means it has two equal sides, and such type of triangle is called isosceles right angled triangle. Now in this question they try to confuse by giving the values of the angle in an equation way, but otherwise the question was simple. Once you find out all the three angles, then the question becomes easy and you can easily identify that it is an isosceles right angle triangle. We have discussed this concept in the class. Answer is option 4. Question number 63. My mother says that in her childhood the price of petrol was rupees 15 per litre. It is rupees 72 per litre today. By what percentage the price of petrol has gone up? They say by what percentage the price of petrol has gone up means we have to find the percentage increase. The formula of percentage increase or increase in percentage is increase value upon original value into 100. Now to find out the increase value, first the petrol initially was 15 and now it became 72. So the increase in the price of the petrol is 57 rupees. So that will be our numerator. Original value of petrol is 15 rupees. So numerator is 57, denominator is 15, multiply by 100, cancel by 5, 3s are 15, 5 20s are 100, cancel 57 and 3 1s are 3, 3 19s are 57, multiply the numerator values 19 and 20, answer is 380%. So the percent increase is 80%. A very simple question. Again, repeat questions from the class practice sheet. Answer is third option. Question number 64. An item was sold at rupees 5,840 at a loss of 20%. The cost price of the item was. A question based on profit and loss, and seemingly this year there was only one question of profit and loss. Now they say the item was sold at 5,840. Sold means selling price. So selling price is 5,840, and here this is a loss of 20%. They're asking to find the cost price. Now we know the formula of cost price is selling price multiplied by 100 upon 100 minus loss. Selling price is 5,840 multiplied by 100 upon 100 minus loss is 20. So you don't take the percentage value, you only take the unit value without the percentage symbol. This is 5,840 multiplied by 100 upon 80. We cancel the 0 of 80 and 0 of 5,840. We divide 584 by 8. This is 8 ones are. This is 8 7s are 56, carry 2, 8 3s are 24. Multiply the numerators 73 and 100. Answer is 7,300. This is the cost price. Now we could have done this question also by using the alternate method without using the formula which we discussed many times in the class. You take the CP as 100%. The loss is 20%, and remember CP minus loss is SP. So SP 100% minus 20%, SP is 80%. So 80% value is actually cancel the percentage symbol, since it will cancel out later, and you can cross multiply. You'll get the same equation. X will be equal to 5840 multiplied by 100 upon 80. Solving this, you'll get the same answer as 7300. But this approach will not expect you to remember the formula or memorize the formula. You remember, I have taught you throughout the session that we don't need any formula, but we need concepts and we need proper revision. However, in your school exams, you will require the formula. That is why we have discussed both. But in the competitive exams like Sainik School or RMS or Navodaya or Olympiad scholarship, I have taught you zero formula approach, directly solving by concepts, which make the questions easy. Question number 65 says, name the type of an angle whose कंस्ट्रक्शन एरर, यहाँ पर द नहीं चाहिए, अनवांटेड, whose measure is the difference of a complete angle and the angle which is 5 times of half of a right angle. So let us take both the values. Complete angle is 360 degree. Another name of complete angle is 360 degree. Generally students tend to ignore this, but this is how they have put the question. And another is 5 times of half of right angle. 5 times of half of the right angle. Now you see that they have floated the question through sentences. And it is very important for you to understand how to convert a sentence into an equation. Half of right angle. Now we know that right angle is 90, so half of 90 will be 45 degree. And here they are asking 5 times of half of right angle, so we will have to do 5 times of 45 degree, which is 225 degree. So now we have to actually take the difference of 360 degree and 225 degree. On subtracting both, we get 135 degree. Now remember, 135 degree is greater than 90 but less than 180. And the angle which is greater than 90 but less than 180 is a obtuse angle. Answer is option 3. A simple question, but if you are unaware of complete angle and if you are unable to find out the equation out of this statement, you will not be able to get the right answer. We have done hundreds of questions like this where we have learned how to convert such statements and find out the value. Question number 66. A rod of length 15 meter 8 centimeter is divided into 4 equal parts. The length of each part of the rod will be, so here we have to divide 15 meter and 8 centimeter into 4 equal parts, means we have to divide it by 4. We are checking the concept of measurements. So for solving this question, you convert the entire value to centimeter. To convert 15 meter to centimeter, you will multiply it by 100. It will become 1500 centimeter. Onto this you add 8 centimeter. 1500 centimeter plus 8 centimeter, it will become 1508 centimeter. Now we will divide this by 4. Dividing this by 4, we get 377 centimeter. And now we have to convert it into meter. When you want to convert centimeter to meter, divide by 100. There are 2 zeros in 100, so go to the numerator and count 2 digits from the right side, 1 of another liquid was raised to 25 degrees Celsius, the difference in the temperature of the two liquid in degrees Celsius is. Now, since the question is asking to find the difference in degrees Celsius, and the two liquids we have, one of them has a temperature of 50 degrees Fahrenheit and another is 25 degrees Celsius. So what we will do is, since we have to find the difference in degrees Celsius, then we convert the Fahrenheit to Celsius. For converting Fahrenheit to Celsius, first subtract 32. 50 minus 32 will be 18. Multiply this by 5, it will be 90, and third step, divide by 9, it is 10. So when I convert 50 degree Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius, it is 10 degrees Celsius. Another liquid is 25 degrees Celsius. To find out their difference, subtract 25 minus 10, answer is 15 degrees Celsius. Repeatedly we have done many such questions. Answer is option 3. Question number 70. The supplementary angle of complementary angle of 2 times of 1/5 of a right angle. Now exactly the same question was asked last year in the RMS exam. So always try to break such statement from the right hand side. It says 1/5 of a right angle. The right angle is 90 degree. So 1/5 of a right angle means 1 by 5 into 90. This is 18. Further it says 2 times. So its 2 times will be 2 into 18 is 36 degree. Then it says a complementary angle of this. Complementary angle of 36 is 90 minus 36, which is 54 degree. And now coming to the final point, we have to find the supplementary angle of this. Supplementary angle of this value is 54. So supplementary angle of 54 is 180 minus 54, which is 126. Answer is option 3. Question number 71. Anita invested a certain sum for 4 years at the rate of 5% per annum and received 850 as simple interest. Sunita also invested a certain sum for 6 years at the rate of 4% per annum and received 840 as simple interest. The difference of the sums they invested is, sum means we have to find the principal. In both the cases. So for Anita, let's find out the principal. Formula of principal is SI into 100 upon rate into time. Let's find out the principal of Anita and Sunita. For Anita, simple interest is 850 multiplied by 100 upon rate of interest is 5 into time is 4 years. Now in the denominator, 5 into 4 is 20. So this is 850 multiplied by 100 upon 20. Divide 20 and 100, it is 5. 85 into 5 is 425. Add a 0. Principal amount of Anita is 4,250. Let us calculate the principal amount of Sunita. Same formula for Sunita. The simple interest is 840 multiplied by 100. Rate of interest is 4%. Time is 6 years. Divide 6 and 84. It is 14. Add a 0. Divide 4 and 140. It is 35. In the numerator, 35 into 100 is 3,500. So principal of Sunita is 3,500. They are asking the difference of the principals. So we have to subtract 4,250 and 3,500. Answer is Simple question, slightly twisted because they were asking the difference of the principle, but you can very easily work it out. We have done questions difficult than this. Question number 72. Sum of all the prime numbers between 1 and 660 having 3 as the unit digit. So the prime numbers from 1 to 60 are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43, 47, 53 and 59. So these are the prime numbers from 1 to 60. Now let us see how many of them have 3 as the unit digit. You have to take 3, we have to take 13, we have to take 23, we have to take 43 and we have to take 53. So these are the prime numbers having 3 as the unit digit. Their sum will be 3 plus 13 plus 23 plus 43 plus 53. Now remember, don't take 33. 33 is not a prime number. Adding all of them, this is 5. Carry 1. This is 13. Answer is 135. Option 3. Seemingly a easy question. I don't know how many times we have learned the prime numbers and the various kind of questions based on prime numbers. Question number 73. Read the given statements and choose the correct option. The first statement, a line has 2 endpoints. This is false. 2 lines either intersect or are parallel. Now you see the first sentence, a line has 2 endpoints. Remember, a line extends indefinitely on both the sides. So a line has no endpoint and it has no fixed length. We have done this in the class and I have told you that there will be a conceptual question based on this concept. So the first sentence is wrong. Having 2 endpoint is not a line, it is a line segment. It is a line segment which has 2 endpoints and a fixed length. Similarly, a ray has 1 endpoint and also it has no fixed length. Second statement, 2 lines either intersect or are parallel. Now if you look at this sentence, when we talk about geometry in 2D shapes or in a plane geometry, this sentence will hold correct. Intersecting means the 2 lines will cross each other. Either they will cross each other or they will be parallel to each other. If they are parallel to each other, means they will never meet each other, means they will never intersect. And if they are intersecting, they will not be parallel. So there are only 2 conditions of 2 lines in a Euclidean plane geometry. Either they will intersect or they will be parallel. Answer is, first one is false, second one is true. Answer is option number 3. Only statement 2 is true. Question number 74. Sunita bought 3-hole 3x4 meter of cloth. She used 5x6 meter of cloth for kurta and 2x3 meter of cloth for pajamas of her doll. The cloth left with her. So the total cloth she bought was 3-hole 3x4 meter subtract 5 by 6 kurta and pajama. So total minus kurta plus pajama. So what we will do here is we will not do this sum separately. Let us do it together. 3 whole 3 by 4 is 15 by 4 minus 5 by 6 plus 2 by 3. Now what you do is, let us add 5 by 6 and 2 by 3. I convert this denominator 3 to 6, multiply by 2. We'll do it here separately. 5 by 6 plus 2 by 3. We convert the denominator 2 by 3, denominator 3 to 6, multiply by 2 and 2. It will be 5 by 6 plus 4 by 6. It will be 9 by 6. Now 9 by 6, simplify by 3. It is 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, so it is 3 by 2. So the actual cloth utilized or used is 3 by 2. Now we subtract it from total 3 by 2. Make the denominator same. It's 2 into 2. This is 3 into 2. 15 by 4 minus 6 by 4. This 9 by 4. Converting into mixed fraction, it's 2 whole 1 by 4 meters. Answer is option 3. Simple questions. You could have also done this complete operation together. You will get the same answer. Question number 75. In an examination in a group of 5 boys and 7 girls, the average marks of boys is 12 and the average marks of girls is 18. The average marks of the whole group. So to find the combined weighted average, you can use the alligation method or a simple formula method. Boys are 5. Their average is 12. Let's find the total marks of the boys. So total marks of the boys, for finding out the total marks, you multiply the number of boys by the average. The total marks of boys is 60. Similarly, girls are 7 and their average is 18. To find out the total marks of girls, you multiply number of girls with their average. 18 sevens are 126. Now they are asking the average of the whole group. Average of whole group is total of boys plus total of girls. When I say total of boys and total of girls, means we have to take the total score of boys and girls upon total number of boys, which is 5, and total number of girls, which is 7. So total score of boys is 60, total score of girl is 126, upon total number of students including adding the boys and girls will be 12. This will be 186 upon 12. Dividing it, answer is 15.5. So the combined average of the whole class, both boys and girls, is 15.5. Answer is option D. Same question we have done just few days before the examination in the entire average sheet.